Sam's Teach Yourself Unity 2018 Game Development in 24 Hours, 3rd edition by Michael K. Welcome to a book review. So, I'm going to talk about this nice book today, which is by Mike K, who is a member of the Unity team. So, this is a very nice book in itself. It has 24 chapters and it covers around 4 games. So, let's start with a brief summary. This book covers all the way from the basics of Unity to a lot of advanced things, from mobile development to polishing to deployment, shaders, particle systems, animation. So there's a lot of ground which is covered in this book. So first of all, the book that I have, it's a paperback. So it's priced for $50 US. It's a little bit on the higher side, but it's worth it. So it starts with an introduction to Unity and then game objects. So these things are covered in a lot more detail. So the pros about this book we're going to talk about are include the fact that it covers almost all the basics to a little bit of the intermediate stuff when you're learning Unity. Now, one thing that I would like to point out is that the cons related with this book are more related with the fact that Unity itself is a very fast moving target. So, what happens is if you think about Unity changes so fast and things are moving at such a fast pace that when you're going to aim for a particular version, you are going to fail. And that's what's happened with this book as well. So 2018 is not that old. We're in 2020, but the current version has been 2018. And recently, only I think in April, we have the 2019.3 version, which is finally out of beta and alpha release. It's now a final F version. And the thing is, it's already being replaced by 2020. So there's things in 2020 version which are new and which are very exciting and which everybody wants to talk about. So that's the problem with this book. The things which are there, oh, for example, there's no package manager being used in this book. And because of that, what happens is some of the things that the author asks you to add to your project, like some of the assets, the standard assets, they're not there. Well, you have to figure out. You can't figure them out. So you can go via the package manager and get the standard assets. And however, that leads me to the other problem. Standard assets do not get imported that easily in the later version because of certain problems. So you have to go and change a couple of lines of code before they start working. But unfortunately, that's not covered in this book or in the errata. I hope the author is going to change that and give the details over there. But other than that, this is a phenomenal book. So let's go over the basics. It starts with game objects, models, materials, texture, covers a lot of information about terrain and environment. Then lighting and camera. I really enjoyed that. And then there's a game called The Amazing Racer. Well, it's not really a game per se. It's a sample, so you play with it, and it doesn't have everything that's there that are supposed to be there in a game as we expect it, as if the user expects it. It's not something which can be released, but it's still something which gets you going. Then there are 2 chapters on scripting. They are good, and we move to Palladium. It's another good chapter. Then there's a game called Chaos Ball. Now, I would suggest something to the author in the sense that he should let the user do things on their own, give some suggestions, do not micromanage the user, especially with the fact that Unity is going to keep changing. So if you aim for 2019.3 right now, it's going to be 2021 by the time the book is in somebody's hands. And things, if you're done at the micromanagement level, they're going to be very difficult to follow through by the people who are going to use it. Then it covers there are three chapters on 2D games. So 2D game tools, tile maps, and then chapter 15 on Captain Blaster before um, we move on to the more advanced things. So I think by chapter 15, the author has covered almost all the key aspects of Unity. Now, the really exciting chapters start. They are from chapter 16, animations, animators, and timeline. And then there's a game called Runner, and then audio, and finally the last three are more of a wrap up. So mobile development, polishing, deployment, and this chapter actually, which is called wrap up. So in short, this is a very nice book and a must have for the library, for a personal library or for teaching. But I think as a teacher myself, I would suggest that if you're going to use this book, there should be some supplemental slides, materials, questions, answers, so we can, go back and use them for the students. So instructor material, and I mean this is a very nice textbook. So I've said that already many times, but the thing is, it's really nice. I was looking at the older version. Now I've looked at this version, and I think this can improve in the next version if simply by doing small things. And following through having a website which is supplemental. So maybe Sam's can, the book publisher can help do that. So I hope this has been beneficial, and signing off from my book review. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.